I was helping a friend doing some painting, and I was really high up on a wall, 12 to 15 feet in the air, and the ladder went down. And so I rode the ladder down the wall, but when I was down on the ground, I realized I was injured and needed to go get some help. And the upshot of that was that I had crushed my hand and crushed my foot, and I had a broken elbow. So that was a lot of injuries, a fairly severe accident. And now I knew that coming back was going to take quite a while. I had a really big bruise on the back of my elbow, and my hand was all swollen. And so it was suggested that I come to Newton Therapy for some help.
My work here in the outpatient clinic has a lot to do with upper extremity injuries. So anything shoulder, elbow, wrist, fingers, tendon injuries. I see all of those cases.
Here I have a plate and screws now, so I broke this in 2 places on my elbow. Big hematoma here, so big injury there, and then my hand was all swollen, and these 2 fingers were broken. That took me a while to figure out that it was even broken because I couldn't feel it. And then this foot, I had 2 breaks on my toe, and it was very swollen and obviously crushed too. So I had opposite injuries. So that made some things easier and some things a whole lot more difficult. So I was in a shoe, and I was in a sling here, and now I knew that the things I normally did, I wasn't going to be able to do much of it at all. So I really needed some help. And at that point I arrived at Newton Therapy and met Sandra, occupational therapist, who said, well, let's work on some of this. And I think when you arrive like that, you're at a very low point and you're struggling a lot with just doing everyday things, getting dressed, taking a bath, sleeping at night was just very, very difficult. I had to sit up for quite a long time because I couldn't lay down. The injuries were so painful that I couldn't lay down. So she was really encouraging at the beginning, and that's what I think is really important to know about when you come for therapy. They encourage you that you may be at this low point at the beginning, but things will get better, and you have a little bit of a road to go on, but you can change that and come back to your good health. And I really appreciated that because I needed encouragement at that point in my life. Starting off here at Newton Therapy, you get lots of teaching about how does your body work, and what do you need to do to get it going again. So I got given lots of things to help me do the work, and when you get teaching and understanding how does your body work, then you also got to do your homework. So I had lots of things I needed to do at home, so that each time I came, which I came twice a week at that point, I could show that I was making progress, and that would be a time to reevaluate what do we need to do differently so that we can keep making the progress we need to make in all the right places.
I knew that Carol was making gains when she would tell me that she was mowing and that she was weeding and that she had started doing her weaving again. So this is something that I cherish when I work with patients and they can get back to their hobbies or areas that make them who they are, and then they bring a product in like this. I feel a sense of that we have accomplished something together.
I felt strongly when I came to Newton Therapy was that they're very patient-centered and they want to listen to you and understand what your concerns are. There were times in which I'd say, yeah, but I'm really concerned about my hands because I want to weave again. And Sandra said, yes, that's something you should be concerned about. And so I was given activities, therapies to work on for my hand, and that was really important to me. So I appreciated that aspect. I'm very grateful for all the ways you helped me, Sandra. You brought me back to myself, and that was just so important. And I also enjoyed you because you were so encouraging. Thank you. And we lived through a pandemic together.
Yes, and that is huge. Every week. We didn't know if we were going to be able to continue our therapy in person or if we were going to have to do it with telehealth. So every week we talk about, okay, this is plan A, plan B, and plan C, and we both remained very flexible. And we had to be creative.
We did.
And
you did it.
Yeah, and I gained a friend. And that's one of the things, like when you do therapy in the community that you live in, you're going to see your patient at the grocery store, at the farmer's market.
At the farmer's market, yeah.
And that's
That's cool.
That's a gift.
Yeah.
Yeah.